Good morning, everybody. It is your pre-market update for January 20th as we take a look at the pre-markets on the SPY this morning. We can see we're up a solid 10, 12 handles here. SPY is at 202.80. If we take a look at the last 10 days, we can see that a bottom could be forming here in the markets as SPY tries to hold on to this sort of 202 area. As far as the news here this morning, we got the ECB talking about possible quantitative easing on a meeting on Thursday. And as you know, again, the market is a discounting mechanism. Therefore, they're starting to price in ECB actually throwing out, 500 billion or whatever the number is in bond buying for sovereign debt. So therefore, here, that's why we're getting this sort of rally here. Most stocks are nice and green here this morning. We take a look at some names here. Twitter is buying some company here in India this morning. We got news from Morgan Stanley, got some earnings out. Again, trading revenues are down just like the rest of the banks. Most of the other banks, though, are gapping higher. This Bank of America, you got a nice 20-cent gap up. This Citi, 20 cents, same thing. Goldman Sachs, though, is still in negative territory. This JPM is up about 0.5% here off the open. Some other interesting news going on this morning as far as earnings here. We got Delta reporting earnings, and stock is up pretty nice on the news. And we're going to see here. We're going to see Nikkei was up 2% last night. Chinese stocks. Shanghai Composite was up a percent. I think it was up 1.8%, and that's coming back off that 7% down day or 8% down day. Let's take a look at gold and oil. Gold still continues its move higher. If we look at this thing the past month here, definitely some dip buying that is going on in gold. So maybe that sort of trade is starting to work here. We go back to 6 months. This is the first time she's really acted bullish recently. This GLD index, this ETF. If we take a look at oil, take a look at what oil is doing after overnight. Oil is down, and this is just looking at USO ETF here. So today's going to be an interesting day. Question is, can we hold the gap up? 10 a.m. we do have some news, home sales. I don't expect that will move the markets too much. So the question is, can we hold the gap up, and is the QE worth more? So that would mean the market wants to price in all this news sort of before it comes out. So is QE worth more, and how much is it worth? So, for example, SPY could really move further than this sort of 203 area. We could get up to 204. If so, what kind of names do you want to be in? So again, most names are starting to come back here pretty aggressively. The strongest names from Friday's session, that being the Netflix. We can see the nice move here in Netflix. And this was even on a pretty bearish day or a pretty weak day. For the most part here, and then in the afternoon, the market started to rip. She's gapping up another 2-3 points here right off the open. Google also is looking pretty bullish this morning with another gap up over highs from Friday. So how long are they going to buy this stuff up? And we'll go ahead and see. I'm long some Bank of America and some Citi overnight. I was just trying to catch a sort of bank bounce. Obviously, you can see the thrashing that this sector took. So I'm just long here for a little bit of juice. Maybe I can get a move up to 1580 and then get the hell out of this thing. All right, so we'll see you for the trading update after the close.